Hello, Kaya, Wanju. My name is Romola Bucks, and I have the absolute pleasure of being the director of the RAIN study. Welcome to the 2024 symposium. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge that we are meeting on Wajak Noongar Boodja and pay my respects to the traditional custodians of this beautiful land. At the RAIN study, we're committed to fostering an environment of collaboration and respect where diverse perspectives and knowledges are valued and integrated into our research endeavours. And by working together in this way, we hope that we honour the legacy of the Wajak Noongar people and strive to build a better future where health research and innovation are grounded in mutual respect and understanding. Now, we've a packed programme for you today, but before we start, just a few housekeeping items. There is a camera crew at the rear, and they're filming the full programme. So unless you want to have the back of your head in the picture, please can you just watch out where you are? Otherwise, you might make an unintended cameo appearance. We're going to be loading the speakers' presentations onto our website later for viewing. Please note the exit signs in case of emergency. And for those of you not familiar with this venue, really important, the bathrooms are down there, just on the left. Now, if you have any questions about today's event or about any of the arrangements, every single one of the RAIN Study staff members is wearing one of these delightful lanyards which says, "Ask me anything." That's not carte blanche, really, to ask them anything, but anything appropriate. And look, we welcome you all and thank you sincerely for attending today. Let me acknowledge our distinguished guests. His Excellency, the Honourable Chris Dawson, Governor of Western Australia, and his wife, Mrs. Darrell Dawson, who are the co-patrons of the RAIN study. We're delighted to have you attend today. The Honourable Mr. Stephen Dawson, MLC, the Minister for Medical Research, Science and Innovation, and many other things that it's not enough time to mention. Emeritus Professor Laurie Bailyn and Con Michael, two of the founding investigators of this study. It's so wonderful to have you here yet again this year. Kath Resnick, the chair of the Unincorporated Joint Venture Board, and Professor Amit Chakma, the Vice Chancellor of Western Australia, and many other distinguished guests, too many to mention. Researchers, partners, friends, and advocates, welcome one and all. The theme for this year's symposium is influence. Because the RAIN study influences and continues to influence many, many lives. We have one of the largest attendances ever we've had at a symposium with 220 registrations. We're so excited to see you all here today. Researchers, stakeholders, staff members. But the true stars of today's show are our participants, and they have been part of us for 35 years. 35 years, isn't that the most amazing number? And we're thrilled that 33 of them are in attendance today, and you'll be hearing from them later. It is only because of you, the participants, that any of us stand here today to have the influence of the RAIN study to share. So thank you for your enduring contribution. Please now let me introduce the very fabulous Robyn Collard to deliver our welcome to country. Robyn is a Noongar yoga from the Whadjuk and Baladong groups, a knowledge holder, and through her extensive experience as an educator, she delivers a unique perspective on a wide range of issues, including facilitating a variety of workshops in the wider community. Welcome, Robyn. My slides aren't working already.
Thank you, Romola. Kaya, wanju nunakandat ni jenang wankening nija, maman ngunis, yogas, jukan, brias, wanju. Nija mort, jenabidi. Waranka nija, nganing kep jenang, pulabara wankening nija, kora jenang. Hello to the men, the women, the brothers, the sisters, and of course all of the leaders that are here this morning. A huge welcome. This is about family. Our family who have walked this land for many thousands of years, leaving their footprints in the dust. And think about it, when they had sung and danced and shared the stories, the dust would be flying, the celebrations would be happening, the sitting around the campfire, just as you were sitting around the table this morning, where they would share the stories, share the food, share the water, and they would be listening and learning to one another and creating the echoes and the memories and the story that has belonged to family, just as you are creating the stories around the Rain Foundation and its family, its Mort, so that you can create Kalyakul. Kalyakul. Kalyakul meaning the past, the present and the future. So you'll be learning from this story that's been happening now for 32 years or more. So it's about the celebrations, the yakai nija, wula jinang nija, nunakan mort. And a welcome to country is about creating something so that we all understand, learn, live and work together. So, for example, today we are in the season of Camberang. You wouldn't think so because it's still raining. It's still a little bit cool. But we still see the ducklings, the little buoy, the turtle crossing. We still see the swans, the families of all of these animals that are out there today, because that's what this season is about, the season of birth and new beginnings. So how does that relate to Mort? Families. It is the families. And of course, Kulbari the magpie is still being a little bit cheeky at this time of the year because they are protecting their young. So it's creating the stories about the land that we are on, learning and understanding. Nija, nunakan buja jinang, derbil yirigan wa, karagara, maragara, nija borlu jinang, walila, derbil yirigan, nija. Wajamap, nija. Bil, waliaba, jalgara, karamura, mandun jundala, jiralak, kongalak, boyalak, marawak, nija. Wajak buja. This is Wajak country, from the north, the south, to the east, to the west, in this metropolitan area. Maragarup, the river crossing where the water comes to your leg. Borlu, the original name of Perth. Karagarup, Karakumba, Jinangangbo. It all describes Kings Park. And of course the Derby Yerrigan that takes us down to Wallulat, Fremantle, and across the ocean to Wajama. And the huge cleansing and healing ceremonies that are happening there this week. And it's a huge event. So learn a little bit more about it. Because it's about healing, because we don't know what the impact of past traumas is on life. So this too can help us understand and learn more. We then, of course, go down to the Coburn Sound. We then go to Walliabup, Jandakot area, and Beard, where the fresh water is, up to Jalgara, the Canning River, before we see in the distance, Jinangbo, Nija, Karamunda, what? The Black Hills of the Darling Ranges, Mandun, the place of many trees, and of course Joondalup. So this morning you're going to hear lots of stories, and when we talk about lots of stories in Noongar, it is Bullabardip, which is why the museum has been named, because it tells so many stories. But today you're going to hear more about the narrative, the stories on the rain study. So enjoy, learn, treat each other with kindness and respect, and with empathy and dignity. Yanka, because there is much for us to share. Thank you.